Jeremy Clarkson is no stranger to voicing his opinion on Keir Starmer, Reeves and this Labour government. In fact, we have covered multiple stories on this channel of him ranting and firing shots at Labour. In today's video, we have yet another one as Clarkson ruthlessly destroys them in a scathing rant. We will watch and react, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Stuck Farmer t-shirts available on our store. Go grab them now. They are available at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Jeremy Clarkson has issued a scathing rant towards Rachel Reeves and Keir Starmer after the latest budget announcement, which is set to hit farmers and agricultural living the hardest. The former Top Gear presenter has become a voice for farmers across the country since opening his farm, Diddley Squat, and his successful show, Clarkson's Farm. Many farmers have branded the star a hero after being open and honest about the trials and tribulations of running his farm in the Cotswolds. After Reeves announced her new plans on Wednesday, October 30th, Clarkson inevitably took to his X account to slam her plans. He simply penned, "Rachel Reeves. I literally daren't comment," leaving many to question how he managed to stay so silent. Now, the Grand Tour star has finally had his say and issued a scathing rant through his Sunday Times column. The government announced £5 billion for England's farming budget over the next 2 years, maintaining the £2.4 billion current level for 2024-25 and 2025-26. Clarkson has been left raging, noting that farmland is no longer exempt from inheritance tax, which could be the last straw for farmers who are already struggling to cope. He penned, "I was overcome with something not far removed from fury. Because if the word on the rural grapevine about a farmer's suicide is accurate, their policy, born of bitterness and envy, may already have tipped one man over the edge." And there they were grinning. In the past 5 years, agricultural land has become the must-have accessory for people in suits, and because investment bankers tend to be quite rich, the prices have gone berserk. He continued his rant. "Round where I live, people have been paying £30,000 an acre. That means a 500-acre farm now goes for £15 million. And that doesn't include the house, or the barns, or the equipment. That's just the price of the land." He went on to add that farmers have unfortunately been caught in the crossfire, and thousands of farmers' children will have to see the land and their legacy in the future. Taking one final dig at Reeves, he added, "I think history will see her as the most stupid, blinkered idiot ever to occupy number 11. I'll stop there, though, because if I went on, I'd be guilty of a hate crime, and these days that's a bigger offence than paedophilia or punching a constituent in the throat." Clarkson wasn't the only person to issue a response to Reeves, as his colleague and friend Caleb Cooper also issued his own response. Posting on his Instagram, he penned, "After the news today, I want to say this, and that is, farmers, keep your head up and remember we all need to stick together. Is it time? What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments." In some other news, former Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng has accused Labour MP Dawn Butler of race-baiting and described her retweeting of a post describing Kemi Badenoch as a white supremacist as insanity. He said in an interview, "She's got form on this. Yes, on a personal level I've always got on with her, but her race-baiting is completely crazy. You can imagine that if Kemi had lost, she'd have said exactly the same thing. She'd have said, 'Oh, of course Kemi lost because the Tories are racist, and Britain is racist.' Now that she's won, she's saying it was racist. This is insanity." I genuinely think that, given what she said, she should have the whip removed. There should be some discipline and some disciplinary measure against this. She's accusing Kemi, unbelievably, of being a kind of front for white supremacy. I mean, that's literally what she's accused her of. You can see exactly how they think, because if Rob, let's say, had won, they would have said exactly the same thing. They'd have said this is white supremacy or whatever. Everything that happens, they try and put through the same channel, regardless of the circumstances. In the old days, I'd say 20, 25 years ago, you did deal with old-fashioned racists, out-and-out racists. I think the problem now is people like Dawn Butler, because they're going to call you a coconut, they're going to call you all sorts of names. Absurdly, they're accusing Kemi of being a white supremacist, or a face for white supremacy, and they use incredibly offensive language, which if anyone else used, they would be reprimanded. The real threat, actually the real people who use race relentlessly and ruthlessly, are the extreme left. Asked an attack line on race could damage Badenoch, Kwarteng said, "I think the vast majority of people will take her on her merits, and if she does a good job, I think she's got a very good chance of getting elected." Lastly, road safety experts are calling for mandatory driver retraining for certain drivers, as new data shows that many drivers have over 30 penalty points on their license. New research has found that 3 motorists, all of which are male, have more than 100 points on their license. A 26-year-old driver has 176 penalty points. A total of 50 people have at least 30 points, yet still hold a valid license, while the woman with the most points is a 50-year-old with 96. When someone receives penalty points, which are also known as endorsements, they must stay on the license for either 4 or 11 years, depending on the severity of the action. Drivers can be disqualified from driving if they build up 12 or more penalty points within a period of 3 years. However, rules are far stricter for young drivers. New motorists will see their license cancelled or revoked if they get 6 or more penalty points within 2 years of passing their test. In this case, young drivers must apply and pay for a new provisional license and pass both theory and practical parts of the driving test to get a full license. There are no such rules for experienced drivers, although road safety experts are now calling for law changes, which could see the most dangerous road users have to take mandatory retraining. Drivers who have had their license for more than 2 years are usually banned for 6 months or more if they receive 12 or more points within a 3-year period. Despite this, drivers can claim that a driving ban would result in exceptional hardship in an attempt to keep their license. This is usually if they need to drive for work or to care for family members. Nicholas Lyers, Director of Policy and Standards at IAM RoadSmart, reacted to the data from PA, saying that the definition of exceptional hardship may need reviewing. He added, "Any driver that is on the cusp of a ban would normally take heed of the risk of losing their license, but it seems that a minority continue to break the law without any consideration. At the very least, those that accrue 12 or more points on their license should be required to take an additional training course, even if they are allowed to keep their license because a court has deemed that losing it would cause exceptional hardship. Offences which stay on someone's license for 4 years from the date of conviction can be for the likes of reckless and dangerous driving, will result in disqualification. Other endorsements will stay on a driving record for 4 years from the date of the offence. Endorsements must stay on someone's driving record for 11 years from the date of conviction if the offence is drink or drug driving, causing death by careless driving while under the influence, or causing death by careless driving, then failing to provide a specimen for analysis." Steve Gooding, director of the RAC Foundation, added, "It would be reassuring to know that someone in authority was monitoring both the absolute number of licence holders swerving a ban and the reasons why they've been granted leave to keep driving. A bit more transparency in the system might ensure the right balance is being struck between personal mobility and our collective safety. It could also improve public confidence in justice. Exceptional hardship needs to be truly exceptional." What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British political content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.